Hi everyone. So this is the reviewing my assignments on Turnitin video. We have this video because I want you to look at the comments that I make on your uh, uh, Turnitin assignments. That's a really important thing because I don't want you to think that you just turn something in and then it just kind of disappears. When you turn something in, I'm going to comment on it. That's going to kind of tell you about how you're doing and where to go next. And so I want to make sure that you understand how to do that. That's what this video is, and that's what the assignment, the reviewing my comments on Turnitin quiz is going to be about. So I'm going to talk you through how to do that. So I'm here in the assignments folder, right? I'm in September 6th through September 10th. I won't click through this because it takes my computer a while to do this and we'd just be waiting. But if I click on that, I would have the folder that has the schedule, readings, videos, and assignments. And I clicked on the assignments folder, and inside the assignments folder is where you will find your discussion boards, the actual assignment that you have to do. And so that tells you what you actually have to be doing, and here's the place where you submit it with a little Turnitin icon. And so this button down here says view/complete. So complete means when you have written the assignment in whatever word processing program that you use and you're ready to upload it, you'll click that to complete the assignment. But you can also view the assignment there. You go to the exact same place, right, with the exact same place where you turned it in. And if you click on this button again and you've turned something in and I have graded it, then you will see whatever comments that I have, right? That's how you'll be able to get to that. So after you've turned, you click on this button to upload something, to turn it in, but then after I grade it, if you click on it again, you'll actually see my comments. So I always put comments on there. So if you click on that button, what you will see is something like this. Okay, this is just the actual hiding places assignment. I just have that up here, and you'll see all of this. And I have up here a thing that says click here to see my comments. Well, click on it, and it takes a second for it to come up. Good job, nice assignment. I did a good job in coming up with assignments, so I congratulated myself. So always click on that. That's where I'll kind of give you a summary of what's going on. Then down here, if you just see just a speech bubble, then you can click on that and it'll tell you something else under there. And so there'll be maybe a number of these throughout. And it says, oh, comments can be found here. So various comments can be found under those speech bubbles. You might see something over here that says something like, good work, nice job. There's no speech bubble next to it, so there's nothing to click on. That's empty, right? You won't be able to see anything underneath there, but it's just telling you something. As I grade, I put those in. Something came in here. It said add comments, but there's no comment in there. Um, so I put a lot of these throughout your papers as I grade them to give you a sense of how you're supposed to be thinking about them. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you'll see a couple of things. One, you'll see this little button here that's got these series of squares laid out like this. That's a rubric. So what a rubric is how I will mark your paper based on certain criteria. That rubric is not always there. Um, if you don't see, this is the actual rubric over here. If you can't see it, let me show you what happens. Sorry, my computer's lagging. Oh, here's what I need to do. Um, you don't have to see that all the time. See how it kind of disappeared? But over here you can see that icon. And if I want to see the rubric, I click on the button and then it expands and now I can see the rubric, okay? And it says over here thesis, supports, organization, grammar. The word you will actually say something different. It's going to say flavor, color. I'm going to give you some nonsense things in here. This is an old one that I use. This is what it usually looks like. Thesis supports organization. But I'm going to give you one that's just asks you some nonsense categories to be able to look at what I put on your in your rubric there. And so the rubric, I can give you a scale on that. I can say you got a 4 on your thesis, which is good, right? A 3 for supports, right? A 5 for organization, right? How I thought that was. And that gives a sense of where I think you're doing, where you're going with thesis. Let me read this rubric, I'm sorry, to see what it is I'm going to be saying there. Also over here, you'll see this number here is 0. And what this is tells you how much of your paper is similar to other papers that have been submitted, right? If you use quotes, that number won't be 0, right? If you a story, it might be 5%, 10%, something like that's fine. If 80% of what you wrote came from another source, that's a big problem. That means you're probably copying something, right? This one said there are no matching sources for that. Um, but if you see something that's got a higher number in here, then that's going to be an issue, and it'll highlight this. Aware of what that number is, right? What that number potentially means, and make sure that you don't have a real high number, and you'll be able to see that when you submit something. So that's what I want you to know about looking at my comments. Again, for the quiz, you're going to look at the rubric, right? Your rubric won't say, for your hiding places writing assignment, won't say thesis, supports, organization. It won't say all of that. It's going to say, again, flavor, balance, color, I forget something else, the rhythm. These are nonsense terms, but they don't mean anything. They're going to have different numbers, and it doesn't mean like, oh, my bad score in balance. That doesn't mean anything because how is does it make any sense for your essay to be balanced? It doesn't make any sense. Essay to have color, but I'm just putting this in there so that you know how to look at the rubric. And so go into your hiding places writing assignment, see what I have in there for flavor, cover, color, balance, etc. Look, click, tell me what I said in the click here to see my comments. Put that in a document and then upload that to the Turnitin comments quiz.